Yo, what up, Raider Nation? Another exciting episode of the Raider Ragu Show. Raiders got blown out in Kansas City. They got blown out and shut out. We're going to talk about it. But first, let's get a like, share, comment, subscribe, the auto download on the audio portion of the podcast. And then let's not forget our sponsor, shebangboutique.com. That's SHEE bangboutique.com. Go over there and get your girl something unique and fly. Do that for me. Man, okay, so where do we start? They got blown out, embarrassed. You name it, it happened. They set records. They got records set on them. Andy Reid had never shut anybody out as a NFL coach. He got that done. They set a record, the Chiefs did, with the most 80-plus yard drives in a football game. I think they had 3 of them. And just bad foot, bro. Unforced errors. So a lot of pre-snap penalties and then penalties in general, PI, holding, you name it, man. The Raiders did it. The Raiders only ran 30 plays on offense. 30 plays. The Chiefs stopped the Raiders on the first drive and then proceeded to just run off, I think, 3 or 4 straight touchdowns. 3. Meanwhile, the Raiders are 3 and out, and they got 1 first down by penalty, and then they got 2 more first downs on their own, for a total of 3 first downs. The Raiders got 3 first downs versus the Chiefs. And that's why, I ain't got my normal Raider Ragu background. I'm in the dungeon. I'm in the basement trying to figure this thing out. I'm damn near like fire everybody at this point, right? So, all right, let's get into it. The first thing was the penalties, because the Raiders were driving, and after they got gifted a first down by penalty, then on another good play, they have a penalty, and the penalty is Jack Bech lining up in the neutral zone. Come on, man. What grade you in, bro? I mean, damn, you don't know how to line up? I know you're a rookie, but you've been playing football your whole life. They gave the ball to Genty, 6 times, man. 6 times he ran the ball. I mean, even after you getting beat 21-0, you might as well run, because you back there with Eugene staring down receivers and whatnot. So, it's just going to get worse. And he's either going to get sacked or throw a pick. Yesterday, I guess he chose to get sacked instead of throwing picks. And it's just bad, man. I also want to go out. I want to go as far as saying both of the Raiders coordinators, so the offensive and defensive coordinators, that would be Chip Kelly and Patrick Graham, both got thoroughly whooped by their counterpart on Sunday in the Chiefs game. Andy Reid, this time around, Patrick Graham was no match for Andy Reid. Everything that the Every play that he called on second down worked. Anything he called on second down got anywhere between 7 and 17 yards. Every play. So the Raiders would make some type of play on first down on defense and then give up 8 yards on second down. So they gave up 1 yard on first, 8 on second, and then they got the 1 yard on third down, an easy conversion. You know, we're not stopping nobody from converting no 1 yard. Or fourth down. There's even fourth down, they'll go for it. Teams are 5 of 6 on fourth down against the Raiders this year. So just thoroughly whooped. Spagnuolo, Eugene couldn't figure out what to do with him. And we interviewed Spags. I felt like Spags would have been a great hire. Reason being, we would have got the insight on the Chiefs and we'd have taken him away from the Chiefs. And then we would have had a good, I'm going to say a better defense. Patrick, I'm sorry, man. I don't know if it's you or it's Pete Carroll, when you think about it, you could say it's Petey because your defenses have played better than this before. But, man, they too far back. Even Romo said it on the broadcast, bro. It was 3rd and 1, and the safeties was at like 12 yards of depth. Come on, man. He was like, that's too far back on 3rd and 1. And they just, ran it right up in there and got the first. It was nothing. It was an easy game for the Chiefs. I know the Chief fans was bored probably after like the second quarter. So, yeah, they too far back. The middle is too easy to throw to. Man, this is crazy, man. It was one of the worst games I've seen as a Raiders fan. They didn't even look like they were competing. Like, this big compete was supposed to be the theme around here. And I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And I'm going to just go on ahead and say it, man. This team has regressed. AP's team was better than this. And that was with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell and Desmond Ritter at the Q. Right? So we got Geno now. And I'm saying the Raiders were doing better with one of them guys. O'Connell. I ain't going to say Ritter. He didn't really play. O'Connell or Minshew was better than Geno Smith, man. For the Raiders. I'm just keeping it 1,000, bro. The team, Gardner could move the ball a little bit once they got Scott Turner as the O-core. Gardner could move the ball a little bit, man, until he got hurt. Same thing with Aiden. Aiden could move the ball a little bit, man, until he got hurt. And speaking of getting hurt, that's like a theme, right? Why the quarterback keep getting hurt? It's because we ain't got no motherfucking O-line, man. Excuse the language. We ain't got no MF and O-line. And when Colton Miller went out, that just exacerbated it and made it look even worse. And Geno is not that guy. And who am I talking about, Geno? Eugene Smith is not that guy. And the quicker, the people that matter that's making them decisions realize that and sit this guy down or move on from this guy, and the season is going to continue to go the way it's going, man. Right now, he is, and I kind of don't blame him because the O-line is I'm not going to say trash because I don't like calling professional athletes trash because they are in the league, but the offensive line is one of the worst in the National Football League. And when they play against good players or, all pro potential players, pro bowlers, they stink. They stink even more than usual. And then with Miller out and this guy Stone Forsythe in, he can't pass block to save his life. And the Raiders go down 21-0 and start passing all game with the little 30 plays that they did, right? It was just pathetic, man. I didn't see anybody with any type of effort. Maybe Genty. Genty was all right. Genty was over there shell-shocked. He can't believe that we getting tips put on us like this. But I didn't really see anybody stand out with any particular effort where I was like, man, he was really out there trying. It wasn't much of an effort, and the Raiders aren't that talented. So they have to play their absolute hardest at all times. Pause. I saw some limitations of coverage by the linebackers. Now I understand why E-Rob was so cheap. I think he came over on like a 1-year deal or whatever. That's because he can't cover anyone. He's too slow, not agile enough, doesn't have the change of direction that he needs to be out there trying to call himself covering somebody, especially somebody like Kelsey. So he's, a liability versus the pass. He can run, pursue, and scrape with the best of them. But he is 100% a liability on the pass. I saw Devin White giving up some pass opportunities too. He's usually pretty good in that regard. And that's what I'm saying, man. Nobody really played well at all. There was no standouts. Max didn't really do anything. Max ended up getting hurt. Dude cut Max a couple times, fucked up his knee. I know Max want to kill that dude. But just a total lackluster performance. Can't believe they got destroyed like that. And I got to keep it 1,000, man. The team was better off with AP and his staff. They should have let AP retool his staff and came right back because at least he had the pride. The guys had the Raider pride and would not just get slapped on like that 31-0. They had guys, a team scored 30 points, but it was more, that extended garbage time type of 30-something points, right? The Raiders were in a lot of those ball games until they weren't. This game, they were never in. They were never in this game, ever. So yeah, Antonio Pierce's version of the Raiders was better than this. For all you guys that you know who you are that was hating on him. For whatever reason, y'all was hating on him, right? His team, just imagine for a second, AP still at the coach of this team, and they have Mostert and Genty. All right. Scott Turner calling the plays. Can't tell me they wouldn't be better. We probably don't even get rid of Diablo because Diablo could cover. We probably don't get rid of Spillane. Probably re-sign both of those guys. AP and Telesco probably would have wanted to re-sign both of those dudes. But looking at where we are right now, Are we better off? Are the Raiders better off than last year's team? The answer is no, man. I believe they had the same record, 2-5. But I'm telling you, AP's team was better than this team. These guys have got 40 put up on them twice. And KC could have put up 40, but they just stalled them out. KC took a knee before the 2-minute warning and then punted it to the Raiders at 31-0. That was like mercy, uncle. Like, you know, I ain't going to do the homie like that type shit. Blew the Raiders the hell out, clowned them, played with them, pause. Made them look like a JV team or a non-serious pro team or not a pro team at all. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. We was talking about that serious, non-serious entertainment only. The Raiders aren't very entertaining. The Raiders aren't very entertaining. And you can't tell me they're serious. So, the Raiders are unserious. And going into the bye week, they got a lot of stuff to work on, man. A lot of stuff to work on. I'm going to come back with a bye week video, take a look at some things. But, yeah, nation, we have hit rock bottom. Got blown out, shut out by our rival, the laughing stocks of the league. It's tough being a Raider fan, man. We listened to all that crap they tried to sell us with Pete, and he's done nothing but come out and been worse than AP. Period. It ain't really, it ain't even really no way to try to spin that. If you watch the games, all I can say is I would like to have seen AP coach a thing with like a Genty on there. You know, his coordinator or whatever, Scott Turner or whoever it would have been. Would have loved to have seen him with a Genty. You already had Bowers. They did their thing with Bowers. Bowers was the reason last season. Bowers has been a little banged up this year. But still, that's no excuse for getting blown out, getting shut out. No excuse. So, basically not getting close enough to receivers on defense. Middle is too soft where it'd be run or pass. Geno is shell-shocked. He's looking at the rush now instead of downfield. He's probably done. They probably need to go with Cody Pickett or somebody, trade for somebody before the trade deadline comes up in another week or so. Do something, man, because this shit is not working. Only bright spot was special teams. Cash Money Carlson didn't even get him close enough for him to try no kick. But we covered the punts well, and AJ Cole got some great punts off, man, where he pinned them, and then they would just march right down the field 90-plus yards, 80-plus yards. Very sad. So, Raiders lose on the road, 31-0, fall to 2-5, season looking like it's pretty much a wrap. Let's see some young guys play. I'll do another video during the bye week just to check in with you guys. But, I ain't going to hold y'all, man. Just win, baby.